So this is the movie Will Smith won an Oscar for, where he ended up slapping that douchebag Chris Rock. I'm finally watching it for the first time, and it was pretty good. Me and my friend watched it. We both really enjoyed it. I was surprised that the movie was about Venus, because I honestly had never heard of her. That's not a diss to her. I'm just not really a sports guy. I had heard of Serena Williams though, so I was expecting this movie to have like a fake out plot where the movie was actually going to be about Serena, but it's mainly about King Richard and Venus. And I've always been someone that's not really paid attention to sports. Basketball is probably the sport where I can actually name a bunch of people. Football, golf, tennis, etc. I can probably only name one person that's famous for the sport. Tiger Woods, Serena Williams, Tom Brady. I can't really name anybody after that. So honestly, I was really surprised that the movie wasn't about Serena. So this movie is about King Richard. He is trying to get his kids into tennis, no matter what. People don't really believe in his daughters because obviously a lot of people believe in their kids, so they think that he's too hype, that he's too hype on their own stuff, but they turn out to actually be really, really good. But they'll only sign one of them, which I was surprised when he ends up getting this crazy deal. He has to get moved down to this place, move his entire family there, get buy them their own house, all this stuff. But then he doesn't ask for his other daughter to get signed too. I feel like that should have been one of the top priorities. He knew how she felt about it and how bad she felt. Just kind of weird. King Richard was not the most likable guy in the movie. I think Will Smith does a really good performance. Um, and I'm not surprised he won an Oscar for it. Uh, I think it's a pretty fun movie. Sad at times, anger at times, at the decisions they make. There's one scene that feels kind of goofy out of a so well received movie where Will Smith is dealing with racism, which, he decides to respond with by farting. And I guess since this is based on a true story, maybe that's actually how it went down. But what makes it even goofier is the fact that they just clearly used a stock fart sound. I I don't know why they did that. It just is so out of place in this movie. They deal with racism. They briefly talk about Reagan and police brutality, but that's not the big issue in this movie. So they don't really delve that much into it. We get to watch Venus get her big moment finally after years of not being able to play tennis. And then she ends up doing it, and she does a pretty fucking good job, but she unfortunately loses because the player gets into her head. Honestly, I really enjoyed this movie.